Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I first tell you my brief introduction. I am heavily involved in the lawyers movement, and for that I visited Pakistan in 03, 05, 07 and 09. Last time when I went, I could go only, gave 4 days to Sindh province, and arrangement for Sindh province was made by Muhammad Aslam Rana, senior advocate of the High Court, who is a very, very dedicated and very much in the field, in the lawyer struggle. And he is the man who refused 1 crore rupees, the bribe from the head of the country to just win over, and he said, I'm not out of 32 people, list of 32, and he informed me that I refused getting money. I'm proud of him. He's a very dedicated person. I'm thankful to him who took me there. And Karachi, he made arrangements for the different places to the bars. And there, first he asked me to write something which I write it for the introduction to the different bars, so that instead of going uninvited, I was invited by the different bars. In my brief introduction, I introduced myself with these words: I opposed the repressive regime of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Shaheed by standing on the side of Babai Socialism Sheikh Muhammad Rashid, Senior Vice President of Pakistan People's Party and Senior Minister of that time, Central Minister. I am the only member of the Parliament, National Parliament, who was flogged by Zia regime. And again, I must say that I am the only member of the Parliament of Zia regime, a member of the Parliament who could not be disqualified by the military dictators, by all the courts. No court could disqualify me, in spite of the very hard struggle by the political opponents. And then again, I am the only member of National Parliament, or even Pakistani, who was saluted by great leader of the time, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, in the Supreme Court, while hearing continued in front of the judiciary and in front of the Supreme Court when it was full of audience. And these type of qualifications, I have more than 20. I don't feel like to praise myself, but this type of unique position God blessed me with. God gave me the steadfast nature and straightforward moving according to the discipline of my conscience. I have never betrayed my conscience. I would speak the truth, I would preach the truth, and I would support the truth. And today, when the fight is between the two forces in the country, lawyers' movement have already brought the revolution. This may not be, please, this may not be confused. Somebody talks of the class change, somebody talks of the revolution, and all this is all nonsense. Admit this, that revolution already has been changed, have been introduced. Its initial step is taken by the Chief Justice Iftikhar Muhammad Chaudhry, by his taking steadfast against the military dictatorship, and lawyers supported him. The situation is not now, it is now as it was before. So it is the judiciary which is to be strengthened, which is to be made more powerful, which is to be forced. Government must be forced to implement the orders of the judiciary. Government is not doing it. Government is doing other way around, which is very, very astonishing. That why, and the government of Pakistan People's Party, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to, even while talking about this, I'm so mentally, already for the long 40 years criticizing, but a very healthy criticism. But this time, as they have shown and they have done it, astaghfar, tawbah, tawbah, tawbah. I can simply pray for them. God bless Asif Ali Zardari to behave like human beings, to behave like Muslims. A simple Muslim should not behave like the cruel. See, God has given him chance, such a chance which nobody could avail, and such a chance that they could change the fate of the nation. They have not changed. They have ultimately shown the reality what they are, which is very, very shocking. And then after this, I go towards my program. What program I do have in my mind? I'm a vicious person. I'm not the person who would drop the cudgels against the evils. They're right from very beginning, they are like that. And I'm fighting on and on. Very senior ministers like Pirzada, like Mundas Bhutto, they all vouch for my character and for my struggle. The whole nation knows it. Something else that I just didn't like the way what they are doing, and if matter is of Rawalpindi, they should have ever thought that the Pindi in the 1970 elections, we won all the seats. In Rawalpindi, we won all the seats of MLAs and MPAs. One MPA was Chaudhry Aslam. God bless him. He died then later on. He was that who independently won. Otherwise, all the seats in Gujar Khan, in Pindi, in Texas, all were won by the Pakistan People's Party. What is the reason we do not have a single seat there? Do you ever, People's Party leadership, ever thought what is the reason and who is responsible for it? What you got out of it, keeping me out of the country for long 23 years? Why did you do it? Long 23 years I was not allowed to go back to the country. The moment my way was open in 2000, when I wanted to go, I sold the houses. I was doing the property business, sold the houses and wanted to go back, and I was told, poster was all laid down and everything, welcome preparation was done, and I received a telegram that I be arrested at the airport. हाँ तो बात कर रहा था कि 2000 में जाने की कोशिश की. By selling the properties and all that, I was told that you'll be arrested at the airport. Go to hell with it, for God's sake. Why after this? I spoke on the telephone that I want to contest election. I had a vote with the election commissioner, and then the Abdul Islam was there. I appointed him to manage everything. I appointed my younger brother to spend all money and put up application for me. Then they said, there are cases against you. You can't contest it like that. You have to come back and you have to face the courts and what not. Then I cancelled my program of going for 2000, and then gone to the High Court, and from Raja Anwar Marhum, I must say Shaheed, because anybody who is doing the right work and honestly dies for the right cause is Shaheed. His daughter is now Central Law Minister. I'm happy with it. but I never talked to her and never gave this congratulations to her. That again, she may be ousted because yeah, she is having relations, and she is Qayyum, but is ringing up to her. This is the party's oppression. It is so nonsense and it is so obnoxious. What is this? Now, when I went there, our order was anybody who meets Qayyum, throw him out of the party. What Qayyum has done? To whom I should tell that I have never done anything wrong? Leadership should be clever enough, should know who is who. The leaders are the culprits. If the leaders are not with a good character, they would never like the straightforward people with the character around them. Anyway, I come to my program now. The program is a unique program. I have read the 31 points of 36 points of what was this charter of democracy, and then 31 points of this Ahle Sunnat Jamaat, 31 point of Aman Formula. This, why are you confusing people? Why do you talk so much? You have already approved 1973 Constitution by all political party leaders, signed it, and it is accepted now. When a thing is already completed, why do you talk of the terrorism? You would stop and you would do this and you do that. Do not confuse the people. Revolution is already done. Now it is you opposition people, those who peace-loving people, those who Pakistan-loving people should get up and tell the government, force the government by any means that implement the orders. It is very shocking that Chief Justice, who has achieved the heights of reputation, when any person who is paid so high tributes by the Chief Justice of America, Iftikhar Mahmood Chaudhary, you are role model for the world. You are role model for us. What was the reason for that? Because Chief Justice contested and let the justice reach to the poor masses, National justice. The justice which is blind, which doesn't care for his Vadera and his Mazara. It was Munubil was the case which has given height to Chief Justice, where Vadera was put into the prison. Munubil got the they are Hindus. They are people from the minorities, He stood by the side of the minorities, and he listened. That case was contested by Aslam Rana. Aslam Rana from the Mazara side and all that, and he holds respect in the amongst the Mausis because he's a sort of follower of old labor leader MNA Mukhtar Rana. He is disciple of Mukhtar Rana, first victim of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. I have met Mukhtar Rana. Again, I put Mukhtar Rana with me. All the forces where there was injustice was done, where of the different governments, from the different dictators, from the civil government, where the oppression was there, People were very badly crushed. They are to be patronized. They are to be waken up. And I have made program of picking all those innocent people. Those who are maybe Miraj Mahmud Khan, maybe Mukhtar Rana, maybe anybody else. All these victims of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, they all should get together now, and they all should get up and tell this thing. There's a man has come now in the field to tell the masses how we have been suffering, how the independent thinking people, how the people with the conscience suffered. They were in the first lot, 5-6 people. In the very first lot was the Khalid Khan of Sarhad, Mukhtarana was from Punjab, and from Jatoi was from Sindh, and Miraj Khan was from Karachi. Like that, there was and Miraj told me, when I asked Miraj said, the way you are talking, I know more than 50 people, innocent people were victimized like that. I said, you give me a list sometimes later on. I could never meet Mehraj Khan. Whenever I get chance, I would ask him to give list of the other people also. But they should come forward now. No. Let us see that we do not repeat the mistakes. Let us see that 1970 constitution, 1970 election, the revolution was brought by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Why the revolution was derailed? What were the mistakes we have made? And so that we do not make mistakes again. For anything, if everything was right, then Zulfikar Ali Bhutto even was very young now, was not old. He should have been working now. He did not. He did not rely on the forces, those who made him Qaid-e-Awam. He relied on the Vaderas in 1977. He brought all the Vaderas back into power. And they played them. They made conspiracies and all that. Ultimately, he was hanged. He at the same time, from inside, they were there. From the outside, he challenged very strongly and which has made Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Shaheed to America. He said, these grey hounds are after my blood. And he has taken that letter written by Henry Kissinger to the bosses. So they have got him hanged. I have the program now. The program is, in brief, let us implement the 1973 Constitution. Let us implement the 1973 Constitution in original and start revolution ahead and ahead, Go ahead with it. This could be only done if government intentions were good. 7 points of good governance I have given. The present government has never implemented a single thing. Everywhere, wherever they done, there is a tinge of उसमें बदमाशी रोकी कुछ न कुछ बदतमीजी इन्होंने की है. For example, I would come to this later on, and it said, let us bring the democratic revolution by implementing 1973 Constitution. I did not use Islamic revolution. Maybe the Pakistan is Islamic state. 1973 Constitution is Islamic Constitution admitted by all political parties, all sectors of the people's, communist, socialist, and ulama ikram. So here revolution would be Islamic revolution. Any revolution, democratic revolution, we are not. Our revolution here would not be Western democratic revolution. No Western democracy now. No. Very openly say, because Western democracy is total hypocrisy. If you are follower of Dr. Iqbal and follower of Qayyum, don't talk of Western democracy. It's not. And what they have in the name of democracy, what they're doing? These American puppets, they are telling, see their democracy. Our democracy was introduced by George W. Bush, that small Bush. Bush Insaniyat Kush, he was said by once by Benazir. He would agree only on the democracy where his people wins, Hamas wins election. Under the Western democracy, Western system, Hamas contest election in West Bank and won election. When he wins election, then you cannot call him a terrorist. You cannot. Terrorists are the Zionists who are having illegal occupation. Terrorists are the Indians, those who have illegally occupied Azad Kashmir. Terrorists are the even the Russians, those who are killing the Chechens, not giving human rights to them. So these are to be spoken very openly and to the point. This is not at all. So Islamic democracy is the democracy straightforward without hypocrisy. The democracy which is one, The Western democracy is with two. Aathi ke daant, dikhane ke aur khane ke aur. They go in the name of human rights. Millions and billions of people they have killed. No Muslim ruler ever did like that, and nobody would do ever in future also. We are trained and taught by Rasulullah. So, nice way of life, very easy way of life. Anyway, and then here I suggest I suggest to the workers of all parties. I take workers of all parties are the same. They're innocent. It is leadership which betrays, which doesn't pay anything to which neglects the workers, which doesn't do practical work. Now I suggest them and call them the correct munsifs are now in power. The judiciary has come now forward. Judiciary is independent, and is independent now. Government should comply his instructions. And the way the government, and not only Asif Ali Zardari, with the other 4-5 parties, all got together. All got together and excuse me, all got together and are determined. They say, either we be in the prison or we be in power. No, not in prison. We may not put you in prison, but we want your money back. Money back is the thing which is required. And a leader, those who cannot. The treasury of the government, Swiss bank accounts, Bibi said, Zardari even said, and Saremal, ये accounts हमारे हैं भी और नहीं भी. ये तो कोई बात ना हुई ना. You put हैं भी और नहीं भी. If these accounts are yours, you are accountable to Pakistan NAB, National Accountability Bureau, from where you brought this money. And if this is not your money, let the government get the money back into the national treasury. This is on every individual to fight that money should come back to the national treasury. It is people's money of the peoples of Pakistan. Now I was suggesting to the workers of all parties, don't care the take other party. I tell you one thing, I'm giving you the invitation of doing dawa. Dawa is speaking the truth, Dawa is speaking the truth, right from the families, right from the houses, to the nation and to the international level. Do dawa. Speak truth. Speak truth. When you would speak truth, speak very brilliantly, very logically, so that they may not be in position to dub you as a terrorist. The Western world has got very easy weapon. Anybody who's got with the beard, catch him, he's a terrorist. Who stops in the moving these things? But we should be united. We should be one. We should be like Ummah's individual. If you want to follow the Qayyum and Dr. Iqbal never believed the boundaries of the nations. He said, "Har mulk ke milke mast ke mulke khudae mast." Then he also said, "Ki wafa tune Muhammad se to hum tere hain. Ye jahan cheez hai kya lauh qalam teri." He has put path for us to go forward. There is none to stop us. Yet it is such a truthful thing. It is such an appealing to the masses. I wish that if Ulama Ikram could unite, could not find for nothing. They say, we have given fatwa. Koi suicide na kare. Fatwa we have given. These are not the qualifications. Fatwas, these taken from you by the West to create grouping in you. You're not doing the job. I ask you the question. Do you feel that a Palestinian who has got no weapons to defend themselves, who has got nothing else, they, like Wafa was a solicitor girl, they all jumped in, Allahu Akbar. They have given lives. They are giving it. You can't tell them that this is haram. Not at all. Not at all you can't say it. They are fighting for the liberation of the country. Even the George Washington at the time of independence, when they were fighting, they picked up the guns. It is not. No, because they do so much of propaganda. Western propaganda is so hard and so tough that our Muslim brothers are weak. They would use abusive language and tough and all that. No, this is right. They say the extremist. Our Quran tells us about the moderation. Our Prophet Muhammad's life is full of moderation. Full of moderation, be moderate, walk moderate and straight, Right and left, I have left the terminologies of right and left, center left, this and left. It's all false. Follow the terminology, what Quran says you. This is right and this is wrong. ये नेकी है और ये बदी है. These are the good deeds, these are the bad deeds. Good deeds are for the Muslims, Muslims are harmless. We are useful animals to the society. Every individual in the world is born Muslim. And then with the parents, they share and all that. And business is a profession which is, according to the Quran, is awarded to the Muslims. Do business now. I was talking to the workers of all, and the suggestion was, don't try the tried one. We have given time 3 times to the military dictators, to the capitalists, to the feudals, all false and fraud. They have not given anything to the nation, No, but still, one or two, you can do make distinction who is better and who is not much better, which I would not try to interfere in your conscience. So you do dawah. Do dawah from home. There will be no fights in your families if you do dawah. Dawah means speaking truth. Now you have come to know, I have come to know this. Shahadat is not only you pick up gun and then you will be shaheed. Even a honest businessman is shaheed if he dies. Even an honest political worker is shaheed if he dies while struggling. These all are shaheed. Do not overrate and underrate, it's not like that. I would not like that a poor man dies and is a terrorist, and a rich feudal dies is shaheed. The time is gone now. How the time is gone? What shame I was feeling. The Prime Minister time and again said, अब देखेंगे हमें हमें शहादत नसीब होती है या हम गाजी बनते हैं. Oh भाई, for God's sake, you are looting and robbing the country, making false statements day and night. You are caught. ये से तुम शहीद बनते हो या तुम गाजी बनते हो. We'll not let anybody go shaheed. We are not in favor of anybody getting hanging, but we are very much in favor of snatching everything from you which you have illegally robbed the society. And since Pakistan inception, we'll take everyone to the accountability bureau. It was very simple to see. Some governments नीयत का टेस्ट था, intentions you could test. If you could put number one, नैब का सरबराह, वो जज who did not take oath before any dictator, and election commission, the person who did not, also another judge who did not take oath ever before any election commission, and ticket must be distributed by the constituents. इलाके के लोग टिकट दें. ये तीन चीजें, if these three things we take to the country, we make part of constitution, then they have to be all right. The independent commission, they have used word independent commission, but in independent commissions, too big a party, for this and that, all they have made complicated only to meet their own ends, so that culprits are not caught. We will not let you play like that. I was talking of the let us not try the tried one. And I said, let us adopt the new ways. What are the new ways? New ways is dawa, dawat-e-Islam, dawat-e-Iman, dawat-e-Sachai, truth. Speak truth, preach truth, practice truth. The moment you practice, and it used to be difficult, but you would get a very A-class mental satisfaction that you have done the right thing. I remember when People's Party came into power, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto is asking Bangladesh recognition. I got up, I requested, I said, sir, Qayyum, reply for these three questions. And when you are recognizing Bangladesh, what is the reason? Is there Islam is something benefit to Islam, something is to yourself, or what is the reason? Nations fight for अगर इंच ज़मीन चली जाए तो कौमें सदियों लड़ती हैं. This more than half of the country is separated. When you recognize it, its result would be that the military operation which you have done, thousands and millions of the people have been killed, would be declared illegal. Mujibur Rahman would be declared hero. And third thing, if tomorrow Baloch leaders get up and they say, we want independence, what reply you would give to him if you are immediately recognizing Bangladesh and others? Then he said straightforwardly, oh, no, 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 this is a very difficult question. By doing this, he started looking towards other things. When I looked back, I said, maybe anybody is there to support. Believe you me, there was none. It is a very, very difficult to talk in front and on the face of the leaders. It is so much of oppression. People are always, because of their benefits and all that, so scared of that nobody dare to. That's it. It's like this. Now we are independent now. Independent lawyers are very much supporter of the independent lawyers. By independent lawyers, I love them. I record them. I took active part in the uh, mm, in the election of Qazi Anwar, in which all the big leaders of the leading movements, they were against him. I was told, I don't feel like to get into conflict with anyone, but it was, I do not know which type of mind people have. I said, काजी को तो कोई सराद में अपने पास बैठने नहीं देता, लाख लानत है. Qazi won elections in all the seats, in all the stations in Sarhad. Qazi Anwar. Things remain smooth up to him. Then Babar Awan with the money, with the law, with this and this. They shuffle up the things. This we would ask Nawaz Sharif why he was opposing Qazi Anwar. Otherwise, Nawaz Sharif has fulfilled the promise. We had a lot of meetings with Ghaus Ali Shah and this true Pakistan, those who call true Pakistanis Bangladeshi. They are here, and they half the country doesn't want that. There is no doubt it is reality that Bangladesh is there, and the British national, and particularly the House of Lords people, they are to obey the government and live with the government. They cannot adopt the hard liners line and but at the same time, I would not give them right of getting annoyed, with the audience. And you're on the chair, you must be with a very, very cool mind. Cool mind, cool mind, cool mind. Nothing like getting annoyed. No. God has blessed you with respect. Maintain it. And then one thing comes to my mind, but about the people, you never know about it. Unless ਬੰਦੇ ਦਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਵੀ ਸੇਨ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਵਾਹ ਪਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਰਾਹ ਪਵੇ. Yes. The Barrister Azhar is a leader of the true Pakistani team. Asked the Ghaus Ali Shah, who had 5-10 meetings with them, with the dinners and all that, who offered prayers together. His wording was that Pakistaniyat आपकी टीम में कूट कूट कर भरी हुई है. They are not jolly, they are not fictitious people, no. They talk on the face. That is, they have to be accepted like that, because it is their feelings, and sincere feelings. I pay them due respect. You put thousands of the munafiq on one side, and you put one honest man who speaks on the face and has got the guts to speak, you will be listening. Do not. When any of the elected, we cannot. We are sitting later on. We cannot. I cannot afford to allow to any of the elected person to fight with the audience. No, because we all are the blessed people. With the British nationality, you are accountable to this government also. We are to fight against the oppression in this country and finish the local politics of Pakistani politics here, you know. People are divided into the different groups so that Kashmir cause and uh, Palestinian cause is very forcefully put forward. So I come then. I was saying, so the new ways I have told you, the new ways is the wake and wake other ups. Let us do दावा. वो मुअज़्ज़ज़ थे ज़माने में मुसलमान होकर, हम खार हुए तार के कुरान होकर. सीधे सादे मुसलमान बन जाए, यही इत्तेफाक की यही बुनियाद है. सादे मुसलमान, ला इलाहा के रिश्ते जगा दो. ला इलाहा के रिश्ते जगा दो. मुझे मैंने लिखा इसने एक नज़म लिख डाली जब इन्होंने किया, कहा कि हिज़्बुल्लाह हमास को राबर जानो. हिज़्बुल्लाह हमास को राबर जानो. मुसलमानों हिज़्बुल्लाह हमास को राबर जानो. क्यों? क्योंकि इन्होंने ज़ायनिस्टों को भगाया है, ला इलाहा का ढंका बजाया है. We should not be. Never think that we are to preach peace. When somebody, it is to be, we got every right to. Why somebody should attack, you know? Americans, big powers tell the Zionist, take the case into two parts. We are never against Jew offering prayers, you know, but Ibrahim ki aulad hai ye. No, don't do that. So the only extremist, the Zionist, fasadi, not peace-loving, warmongers, greedy, bloodsuckers, cruel. They are what they're doing in they're not living peacefully. Let's Hamas, every Muslim, they live together. Why don't you live together, you know? They are our brothers. Peacefully live peacefully. We need peace. Peace promotes the progress. Let there be peace in the world. The world has got no less resources, you know. The other side, half the Western world, its bread, its all these things are thrown into the sea to just waste it because they do not know to dispose them off. More than half of the world is dying with hunger. Small children are dying without medicine. Dying with the fear of the wars and all that. No. Let us all do dawah. Dawah, lead peaceful lives. Very peaceful. Peace and tranquility would prevail in your families and you would progress. Fights would never let you progress. And we tell them, you know, we tell Britain, we tell America. When you talk of to the Taliban, you know, why don't you let us talk? In our country, we are responsible for peace. Our forces are strong enough not to use force. Our nation is a very intelligent nation which knows how to control the terrorist. In spite of all conspiracies by the outsiders, they are not fighting with each other and they would never fight. There will be never ever Shia Sunni fasad in Pakistan. They are so brilliant nation. Who would get together? Pakistan, Iran, Afghanistan do maximum trade. And this is the base. This is the base of Ummah. Base of Ummah. You have to crash and trash all the barriers. We want peace. We would not say you that you don't, even with India. Make confederation with India also. Make India as a part of Ummah. But India must, number one, leave Kashmir. Give independence to Kashmiri people. And give very heavy compensation for the millions of people you have killed. You have tortured them and all that. Give them heavy compensation so that comes up to the the progress-wise the other part of the India, like the other part of the India, like the other part of Pakistan. Without that, this is all false. You are meeting the Indian Pakistani sitting together, bahal each other faith and trust. No, the cause of this all problem is Kashmir. If you do not solve the Kashmir problem, there can't be peace. You are talking nonsense. No, it is not. It is not. Who doesn't love peace? So it is like this. So you don't do that. I come now to the 7 points, how you would with the 7 points control the things. Our first point is Chief Election Commissioner and head of the NAB, National Accountability Bureau, should be the judge who never bowed before the before any martial law. Number one. At the same time, get these powers. The leaders are robbers. Sheikh Rashid is telling jitna bada chor hai utna bada leader hai. I would not like to say so hard language against anyone, but it is the leadership which is not getting the change, not the masses. I don't know, masses are all the same, So at the same time, when People's Party's manifesto says power lies with the people. Power lies with the people, but ticket lies in the pocket of the leader. We want to give power to the people to get ticket. If the ticket is not distributed according to your wishes, you snatch ticket for themselves. I go to that extent. My area, man, I'm telling you, I'm coming in the field straight. Do you think that you all are dead? Why somebody outsider should come to my constituency and contest election? What they have done so far in my absence? I did not try to interfere. I did not try to defeat somebody. I would see who wins. And People's Party should wake up and should know who is who. If he doesn't know, maybe you get complete sweep and you may not get any seat. People would, as the Vaderas jump this way or that way, I would tell the masses to you also jump this way or that way, but under the good leadership, and fight on every inch. We were given slogans, People's Party, Roti Kapda Makan, along with Roti Kapda Makan, Jada Bave Oi Khave. And for the laborers, Jada Kamave Oi Khave. आजकल ना कमाई है ना भावे वाली बात है, हर तरफ भूख ही भूख है. और आज जो भूखा भुट्टो था, भुट्टो ने कहा था कि अंडरनीथ दी टपकती हुई छत के नीचे एक भुट्टो बैठा है. भुट्टो के शदाइयों, अभी टपकते हुए छत के नीचे वाला भुट्टो बाहर है, अभी वहां से निकालने हैं भुट्टो, जो जो एक्टिव भुट्टो, जो भुट्टो कौम की खिदमत करने वाले। ये नहीं हमें चाहिए, चोर चक्के तो नहीं चाहिए ना, नो 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 नो, मैं तो दरवेश लोग चाहिए, सादा जिंदगी, बहुत सादा, बहुत सादा, जिसमें कोई खर्चा ना हो। तो वो कह रहे थे, तो पहला नुक्ता उसका ये कि ताकत खजशमा हवा में, ये पहला नुक्ता इसमें ये हो गया कि इससे आपके 90% मसले हल हो जाएंगे। यानी ये किसी सरकार की नीयत का टेस्ट है कि वो नेक नीयत सरकार है या बद नीयत है। अगर ये दोनों इनके सरकार वो लगाते हैं, ये जो इनके इंडिपेंडेंट कमीशन, इनमें सारी बदमाशी है, सच और झूठ, हलाल और हराम इकट्ठे नहीं हो सकते, हटा दो इसको। जोर लगा के ये कहो कि 62 63 जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की सेक्शन है, जो कहती है मुत्तकी वुड गो टू दिस, उसमें लड़ो एक एक नुक्ते पे। किसी बदमाश को आने दो ही नहीं, ले जाओ कोर्टों में उनको, कहो जी ये झूठ भी बोलता है, ये फसाद भी करता है, ये यूं भी करता है, ये जना भी, इसकी तो ये कहानी है सारी। तो कोर्टें आपके साथ तामल करेंगे, ये आपका सिर्फ जोर, ये आप कितने जोर से जाते हैं, कुर्बानी आपको करनी पड़ेगी, डरना नहीं पड़ेगा। दूसरा नुक्ता था फिर ये कि ये भी जनरल सी बात है, 73 के आइन को रिस्टोर कर दो, इम्प्लीमेंट कर दो। लंबे ये इन्होंने जितनी लंबा किया, इन्होंने आइन का हुलिया बिगाड़ दिया, और ये बीच में अपनी बादशाहतें कायम करने के साजिश, और किस तरह दो मिलकर तामल करते हैं, किस तरह क्या करते हैं। 73 का आइन सीधी साजिश मुकदमा। उसके बाद नंबर 3 जो है वो ये था कि इंडिपेंडेंट फॉरेन पॉलिसी। और आपकी वो जो थी उस कोलोनीज़ राइस ने बनाई थी 36 पॉइंट की, जो मुझे कहते थे गौस अली शाह साहब को, वो मैंने लिखे थे। आपने लिखे तो थे मेरी सरकार, आपने वादे भी पूरे किए, हम आपसे मुतासर थे, हमारे लोग, आप ट्रू पाकिस्तानी आपको याद करते हैं, लेकिन आप एक ब्रीफ केस के भरा हुआ जो इल्ज़ाम लगाया था एक अकाउंटेंट ने उसमें, तो आपने कहा था मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम आऊँगा तो मैं इस चीज़ का जवाब दूंगा। क्या आपने हमें जवाब, क्या आप तो हमारे थे, कभी चढ़े नहीं कि हमसे आपसे पूछे। मैं गौस अली शाह साहब से बात कर रहा हूँ। गौस अली शाह बहुत नेक आदमी, बहुत साफ सुथरे, बहुत सीधी बात करने वाले। अच्छा, तो उनके था ये कि इंडिपेंडेंट फॉरेन पॉलिसी, यानी जो उनकी मिसाक जमहूरियत था, उसमें फॉरेन पॉलिसी के मतलब कोई बात नहीं थी, निज़ाम के मतलब कोई बात नहीं, भाई क्या होएगा, सोशलिस्ट निज़ाम होएगा, कम्युनिस्ट होएगा, पीपल इस्लामी होगा, क्या कुछ नहीं था। और नंबर 3, ये दहशतगर्दी की कोई तशरीह नहीं थी। यही दो तीनों जो इम्पोर्टेंट बातें हैं जिसमें फॉरेन इंटरफियरेंस होती है, इसका उसमें कोई तस्करा नहीं था। तो ये खुला रखा हुआ था कि हम इनको उल्लू बनाएंगे और दोनों जमातों के ऊपर हाथ रख के तो चलेंगे और इनको आगे चलाएंगे। तो उसमें वो उसमें नहीं था। तो उसको भी उसकी न छोड़ो, हमारे लिए सहीफा जो है 1973 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, इस पे उलमाए किराम भी इत्तेफाक करें, और उलमाए किराम बिल्कुल इकट्ठे हो जाएं, बना लें MMA, मिलिट्री मुल्ला अलायंस नहीं, मोमन मिल्लत अलायंस। फिर नहीं कहना कि मैंने आपको कहा या फिर मैंने आपको इज्जत नहीं दी। मुझे अहले सुन्नत वल जमात के साथ हमने अलायंस की है। यहाँ आपके UK के इंचार्ज अल मुस्तफ़ा ट्रस्ट के जो चेयरमैन हैं वो रज़ाक साजिद हैं, और रज़ाक साजिद साहब बहुत सीधे साधे फर्स्ट क्लास अच्छे मुसलमान हैं। उन्होंने फिर अपना लीडर, जो मैंने कहा आपका लीडर उनको, तो उन्होंने लीडर बताया अपने को हनीफ तैयब साहब को, और उनको बताया जो फजल करीम साहब है उनको बताया। लेकिन फजल करीम साहब का हमने इंटरव्यू पढ़ा, लेकिन हमें भी अच्छा लगा था। मौलाना उलमाए कराम में से मुझे सबसे वो अच्छा लगा था। कभी कभी कोई एक लगता है, फिर वो गिर जाता है, फिर दूसरा, इस तरह होते रहे, कोई खड़ा नहीं हुआ। कोई आलिम दीन हमारे तराजू पे पूरा तुला नहीं कि मैं किसी का नाम ले सकूं। किसी ज़माने में मैंने कहा कि वो जो था मौलाना शाह दुरानी, जब उनसे, और वो भी इसलिए जुर्रत वाला आदमी था, जब वो आए, when he came on the TV surface, he was asked what is the about Osama bin Laden, and he was the only man out of ulama ikram who very clearly, very to the point, everything clarity. लीडरशिप की यही क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए कि वो should be so clear in the things कि confusion ना हो, कौन को पता हो कि ये कहाँ खड़े हैं। Do you think that this is possible? That the foreign power says that we have the internal consent with the president and with the prime minister, and we don't care for the people's will. Now prime minister and president both says, no, we have nothing hidden, we have nothing, it is the parliament which decides. You rely totally on parliament. If one parliament wants to take a decision, then do not. If you do not have guts to stand, then you just get aside and let the parliament gets its matters implemented. Let the army gets its duty done. They have achieved army has achieved its height. Like if I say the judiciary have achieved its height, the media has achieved its heights. Ahmad Mir and like many others like him, like they have sacrifices, full of sacrifices they have done, and they have achieved the height in the world, and they are to be preserved. They are to be preserved. They are to be united. Do not create a situation which there are fights and which you lose your temper and all that. Be very, very cool-minded. And then the army has achieved the so boldly the army has shuffled the people and all that. I'm not in favor of the army action, not at all. But still, I sense it was ordered by the parliament. If both the parliament houses recommend the army to do this, they have done it. But they have done it so beautifully that they have impressed the world that yes, army, Pakistan army stands number one. And then also when you talk about the civil society, its own has done, but you have already, when you put the bureaucracy not part of the state, when you put bureaucracy is the servant of the government, it is nonsense. It is not Qayyum Pakistan. Qayyum Pakistan is bureaucracy should be the servant of the state. We'll change it. Change it, then be our own. It won't be टीचरों के तबादले, अफसरों के तबादले, pushing all this is because of the you have constitutional powers are with the government. It should be taken and given to the bureaucracy. Inshallah. No, I feel like to talk. Maybe I take only 5 minutes more, and then more video be coming to you and all that. Then I must talk also of the number 4 point of the. Do you know now they have made the Defense Council, in which the ex-service personnel also and all that. This is where all maybe Watan people are there. Now that is a sort of, you can say, parliament. That is people's parliament. To puppet parliament, to harass to pressurize the People's Parliament not to take weak decisions, so that People's Parliament is also there, to fight the country. If there's anything wherever it is needed for the defense of the country, they be in the field. So everybody should join them. And then I also own them. They are right people. And number 5 is the privatization is the headache. Privatization is only done once you industrialize the country. Country goes to the capitalist country, capitalism to the peak, and after peak, any industry which is going into the loss, you hand over to the labor control, democratic control. If they cannot run it under their recommendations, then you can privatize them. Otherwise, not. This what you're doing is all nonsense. It is only to rob the national treasury and to make money, which is not at all required. And then it was 5, and then number 6 is the Ummah is to be formed. 6 is Ummah is to be formed. Now, in Ummah, you do not take Muslim Ummah. There is no talk of the Muslim Ummah. Ummah, when was made in Hudaybiyah, you remember it, Millat Islamiyah, and Jews got up. He said, well, why have you written this Islam? You cut it. And Rasulullah cut it for the defense of Medina. Then what agreement they made with others, they fulfilled that. In Ummah, all countries could be done. If Kashmir, India leaves the Kashmir, honestly speaking, India would be our best friend, and we would not care for the borders. We'll compete them. Our nation has already shown it. They're talking in negative. ये वो पाकिस्तान नहीं है जिसका मैंने ख्वाब देखा था. It is going forward. Don't talk like that. Don't frustrate the people. Do not try to lower the level of high thinking people. People are very much alive. Our nation is alive. Our nation is so alive which has got no match in the world. And then you see every time. Now even this time, you see the two Muslim countries, they were fighting with each other. The cricket they have fought. Bangladeshi, they have fought well. One vote is nothing, but they are determined. Muslim people are determined wherever they are. Or financially, they are gone much ahead because of they did not rob the country maybe. And they are now very much after us, that you get us relieved from the yoke of India. It is not only the Kashmir, even the East Pakistani, the two Pakistanis are crying. We have to listen, everyone. But not basically, it is they who is to form their party, then do election and all that. And by democratic means, they have to come forward. That's it. And then I've already explained our religion and deen be deen Muhammadi. Our democracy be Islamic democracy, not the Western. Our socialism is the Islamic socialism, not the Russian or Chinese. And that is we are unique nation. Unique nation with the unique ideas. Ideas to come up. इस्लाम ज़माने में दबने को नहीं आया. ज़माने में दबने को नहीं आया. एक सीधे साधे मुसलमान बनकर चलो, आगे चलो, इंसान बनकर चलो और दुनिया को बताओ कि हमें अल्लाह ताला की एक बड़ी ब्लेस्ड और पीसफुल और नेक कौम है जिसने इंसानियत के सारे तकाजे पूरे करने हैं और उन्हें करके दिखाए. اور ہماری نیشن کسی نیشن سے کم نہیں ہے. آپ نے انڈیویجولی انٹیلیجنس میں لوگوں کے دیکھے کہ انہوں نے میتھ کے کیسے سوالو کیے، کتنے او لیولس کیے، کتنے ٹیکنیکلی کس طرح، یعنی ہر معاملے میں کچھ نہ کچھ فٹافٹ کچھ چند دن کے بعد اللہ تعالیٰ کوئی نہ کوئی عزت پاکستانی قوم کو بخش رہا ہے، دے رہا ہے. میں بہت ہوپ فل ہوں، سوچتا بھی نہیں. میں نیگیٹو سوچنے کے لیے، ہم مسلمان نیگیٹو سوچنے والی تو بہت بڑی لعنت ہے. سوچے کیوں نیگیٹو کرتے ہیں؟ آج اس نکالا ہوا تھا کسی بوڑھے کا، فلاں جی اس نے یہ کہا تھا، وہ چیزیں غلط ہیں. کوئی چیز کسی نے درست نہیں سیکھی. پاکستان came to exist and Pakistan remain to exist. And we'll form they say in imagination what you would do and all that. It's all in the imagination. ہر فرد ہے ملت کے مقدر کا ستارہ، اور وہ جہاں کہیں ہے وہ ستارہ چمکتا ہے، اس کی چمک دنیا میں پھیل رہی ہے اور انشاءاللہ پھیلتی چلی جائے گی. اور آپ دیکھیں گے یہ معاملات درست ہوں گے. میں نے کوشش کی کہ کچھ کر دوں باتیں ایسی. بیٹے نے بندوبست کیا، میں نے انٹروڈکشن بھی آپ کو کرا دیا، اور اس کے بعد انشاءاللہ باقی ویڈیو میں ابھی تیزی سے کوشش کروں گا کہ ہر معاملے کو میں سیدھا لے کے آ جاؤں. اور میں تبدیلی چاہتا ہوں، کوئی تبدیلی ایسی میں کہنے کو تیار نہیں. مجھے ایک دوست نے، کمیونسٹ دوست نے، میں نے کہتا کیسے تحریک چلاؤ گے؟ میں نے کہا میں ایسے تحریک چلاؤں گا جیسے جناب بھٹو نے چلائی تھی. خاموش کہتے پھر تو ٹھیک ہے. میں نے اس کو پھر اس کو بات بتائی. میں نے کہا ایگزیکٹلی ساری باتیں اسی کی طرح کروں گا، لیکن وہ ڈیریل نہیں ہوئے گی. ہم غلطیوں کو دہرائیں گے نہیں، بالکل نہیں دہرائیں گے. اور ہم لوگوں کو روٹی کپڑا مکان انشاءاللہ دیں گے. ہماری ہسٹری گواہ کہ جو کچھ ہم نے کہتے ہیں وہ کرتے ہیں. اب عمل کا وقت ہے. اب جوڈیشری اچھی پاور ہے. جوڈیشری کے مطلب بھی کبھی بھی غلط سوچنے کی کوشش نہیں کرنا. انشاءاللہ العزیز باقی آئندہ. اللہ حافظ.